watch how Aspen, that's their combined name. I was going to say Artsin and Aspas are willing
that's
to...
their couple name together.
Yes, go for those proactive plays. Here's your agent select, and it doesn't look surprising. We're going to go down the road of a double mirror match for a top spot in the top 3 of this tournament that's on the line here.
At the beginning of this best of 3, we were speaking about Artsin and how good he is on this map, how good everything looks for MIBR. If we are to go the distance, and I just screen, Ethan needs to turn up. I think that needs to even the ground out, especially with this high pressure. We know that this is not elimination, but making it to top 3 is green, baby.
Oh yeah, we saw what Ethan and Mata could do in map 1, but conversely we saw on the flip side what the likes of Artsin, Cortesia, as well as Aspas could do in map 2. So it really all comes down to this, Mimi.
Aspas is a champs player, a chance to break a record in terms of kills for BO3s, a chance to make top 3 yet again, but an NRG that is excellent on this map, GB, to try and shut him down.
It's going to be awesome. In map 3, and the winner will move straight to the upper finals at the A-Core Arena. One last time, here's Pansy and Sideshow for the call.
I wanted a third map between these two. Overachieving on their run so far, but only one can really continue at this point. MIBR, history steeped in this team with that young blood coming through, but NRG, plucky as ever, but they can't have another map 2.
And they can't afford to collapse completely like we saw from them on Haven. We know on the attack side, Aspas is going to be looking to try to go towards A-Link. Mata trying to preempt it, but it's tough. It's going to be faced usually with Aspas diving in there with a paranoia and the 0 point. This round, though, slow off the rip for MIBR. Aspas not burning that utility early. But the Waylay v Waylay is going to be so interesting to see which team can get more value out of it. It was NRG that really started playing this comp. MIBR stole it.
Well, could be the finest form of flattery at this point. So I'm going to get that spot.
Shadows traveling.
Time to invest the smoke still. Allow for a call of support coming in from Connector. Not alone to take this stand. Rourke was there prepared.
They keep thinking that MIBR are going to go for the pop. You see them holding the paranoia, holding the dart, and then realizing, oh, actually, it's still slow. Here it comes.
Yeah, there it is. Knife actually going to be dealt with. There's still a chance for this. Good paranoia. Lovely stall out. But there's that burst from Aspas trying to gap close towards. 40 seconds now. Fight on the cards, but NRG with bodies in the right place now.
Mata backfilling all of this space. It's difficult to get through the smokes like this, but NRG concede the territory.
Quite like it. He showed a little bit of presence through that connector earlier, so may allow for a second of doubt, but can they still break that front line of MIBR?
They're pinging it. They have a suspicion that Mata's over here.
That's a 3-play stack off to the side too.
Oh no, they're looking Link.
I mean, they're putting a lot of eggs in that basket. You can see the flash prepared with Ethan. There it is, Frenzy, ready, gonna spot out one on the site. Still, a lot of work to do, 5v5 in the post bar, and MIBR lighting up the kill feed here. Cortesia has to back away for a second. Burno picks up the pace, and now you're down to just Scuba. How has this happened so quickly? It's stunning from MIBR, and Aspas picking up where he left off.
He's just been unbelievable this match, and that's even with all of the accolades that you pour onto this guy. He actually wins the Waylay 1v1. He's hyper aware of the flank coming through. He'll entry for you on the Waylay, then he'll recall back and he'll be able to be in that position to get the late round impact, to watch the flank, and that shot towards the end is remarkable. This match when we came in, I'm looking at Aspas versus Ethan, the only 2 players left in the tournament that have a chance to lift a second champs trophy. Aspas has always made top 3 at every champs he's been at, by the way, too. With Loud at 2022, he won it. Then made top 3 in 2023 as Ethan lifted the trophy. Here he's going to be pressured again.
Yeah, only up for the challenge, and he still absolutely is. Aspas with 2, early farm and early confidence in case he needed it.
A team flash as well, they're just feeding the beast.
Leave him alone, let him breathe. NRG scrambling out of the corners as MIBR, round by round, looking sharp.
Well, this looks like a continuation of Haven. NRG are going to have to stabilize fast to avoid MIBR running away with this. Look at that. Flash. Not really a mistake there from Ethan. He's going to call the timing of that. It's just Scuba goes through the wall a fraction too early. Gets full team blinded.
Don't even mind the attempt from NRG, to be fair, but I get scared when you're giving Aspas further confidence to feel like he can do no wrong.
And he's going to get the Waylay ult so early as well.
2 away. have it this round if he fancies, really. But it's time to take a stand for NRG. They can't keep allowing this to happen, but Aspas right off the rip, pressure right up middle.
Yeah, and that's the standard take that MIBR have of mid. NRG trying to block it with a 0 point, and it just wasn't good enough here.
Look how fast they're on this as well. 3-2 split right towards A. They're not stopping, they're not even slowing down.
They're going to have to here just for a moment as the snake bite comes up, but NRG using a lot of util early, and Matic can't find a fight.
He's looking for it. He's desperate for someone to give him a fight, but I love this composure from MIBR after this high-tempo beginning. Able to pump the brakes for a moment, but they're just boxed in now. NRG wanting to fight this forward, playing into the Viper util. Drop on it, and surprise! It's a complete trade-out. Cortesia getting two. This feels unreal! How's Artisan getting more? Ethan and Som have to scramble across.
Cortesia had util in his hands. How on earth is he getting 2 out of that?
You tell me. The gods are smiling on MIBR today. Som still with the paranoia. Knife, flash for Ethan. A couple of key tools here. Good paranoia. No one to save. Artisan there, out on an island for the final two. With the final boss still here. A threat always is Aspas. Has been the point of difference consistently, but NRG, this time, up for the fight, leaving just Gentleman alive in a 1v2. Not gonna happen. Ethan bounding in, finally breaking back in for NRG.
Bit of a mistake there from MIBR, but they didn't realize that both of the retakers were coming through A-Link. They abandoned the planter. Look at this though, what on earth? How does Cortesia have that? The timing was perfect for NRG to drop and take that fight just as MIBR was setting up for the engagement into the site. It is incredible that NRG come away with the victory in the end.
Yeah.
It should have been their round. Their adjustment was really nice, and still MIBR just hitting the shots better. That's been the story all day though, hasn't it? Even on the map that NRG won, MIBR had 20 more kills.
Absolute gunners, and a slow start for Marta here too. Not able to feel out the game early, but a very different look at the start for MIBR. Patience being displayed.
I think trying to fake that they're working over towards that B ult orb for Aspas, whereas instead he's trying to take fights through middle again. So they're just hoping that this gap opens up and Aspas doesn't have to burn all of this util early on.
Burno. It's always Aspas you have to worry about. Marta, double swung. He's getting no look-ins here.
Yeah, well that's just a full armor. 4 players buying it. Outlaw's not finding any value. Aspas, cautious as ever, takes that one shot, doesn't find the head, so he backs up. Now he can just play with the pack.
Yeah, back with the boys. Brock is going to be considered, has to fall away step by step. The site getting smaller. The enemy truly at the gates. Ethan, the pop flash, but no big swing off the back, and a counter flash just as good. Ethan trying to keep them in support here. This is getting tense on the site now.
That nade does not land where Ethan wants it. He's hoping to deny the plan. Artisan can stick.
Advance now in. Time's on their side. MIBR just round by round, kill by kill, looking untouchable. Scuba, no idea where to look. MIBR, this is perfection.
NRG can't stop them from taking yard control, and then MIBR can just pause, hold, and choose exactly the timing they want to be able to go a little further. This time in a 5v3. And another multi-kill comes through. This round from Xenom instead of Cortesia, but good spray control. Every player on MIBR is in peak form when it comes to their rifling. And it's getting them through some spots that should be sticky and just look like they're not at all.
No, it looks too easy for them at times. And we need some of those gunners to turn up for NRG. We know they're capable. We've seen them up until this point, up until this series, it feels like. We need them to start coming online together here. Marta, 0-4, quiet beginning. Again, it's hard to get the ball rolling, but a very early timeout.
Isn't it incredible the spot that MIBR are in? I mean, if they're able to continue playing like this, they're going to find themselves in guaranteed top 3 position. After most people had them as one of the weakest teams, if not the weakest, at the tournament, because they didn't even participate in domestic playoffs. They got through on a technicality.
That is madness. But I think all of us could always see the potential. It was waiting for it to be actualized, to see it all come online at the same time, to be all on the same page, to have the coaching behind them in the right way, setting up for success. I don't blame people for doubting them. I really don't. But then when you see it, On these stages, they have absolutely risen to the occasion.
They completely have. You're so right. And after their flop at Toronto, nothing could feel better than this. The whole region behind them, behind Aspas, looking to repeat what he's done before so many times, so consistently. NRG in this round with no weaponry to work with. Should be a slam dunk for MIBR, and because it's a little easier, they go for a sight pop.
Why not? The other side, Scuba to try and be a nuisance, try and maybe buy a couple of seconds.
That's a good snake bite, knocks Verno out of the drone, making things more difficult, so NRG can put 3 bodies here.
They're going in. Artisan, good spacing on this. All eyes turn towards the player on the side. Aspas fairly so, but again, he's just massacring everyone. Oh, it's just clean work from MIBR. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. And sadly for NRG, there wasn't much to be done in that round, it felt like.
No, lighter weaponry, but Ethan showcasing that he wants to try to punish the pathing. You see him running towards Aspas there to try to either force him to recall or get the kill onto him, but the coverage is there from Artazine. Great team play from MIBR, covering their star player and allowing him to go nuts. This round, though, is where NRG start to get their weapons online. The Op for Mada, the Odin for Brock, it's signature at this point.
But it has to be good. It has to convince me as well as themselves here. Good knife and good info early.
Immediately a push.
Mada. Fortune does favor the bold, but Mada, you better be ready for this. There's bodies here. Oh man, he might be dead. Som saving the day pretty much here. Look on the extremity, he made a play out of A for this.
Really big player now. Mada comes to backfill that space as Som backs up.
Ooh, oh as well. I mean, it's ambitious. Does he get what he wants from this? Not really.
Not quite, but they're still applying pressure, still disrupting the game plan from MIBR.
Lovely, nice from Mada.
Yeah, really not aware that Mada would have repositioned to that spot.
Yeah, Brock should be okay here as well. Hard to find success even with the pop flash and that Odin. Ethan actually going to eat a fair bit of that, and Brock now forced off the angle. Things get a bit dangerous. Lovely diligence from Ethan and Verno. I mean, a talented man for sure, but 2 HP is 2 HP. Call it what you want. And Ethan is hungry for this one. Verno.
I mean, there's 30 seconds left. He's got 2 HP, and he's in the spot where the defenders buy guns. So I don't know that he's got the highest chances of success.
But what if he does?
Well, it would be an incredible clutch.
Mada misses. No, that was a different round I was thinking of. Mada does not miss that, actually. 3 stay alive. It's stability-ish.
Yeah, there's a big difference in terms of the waylay value in this round as well, actually. The saturate was perfect for Mada to avoid him being caught.
Wow.
And here Aspas actually beefs his own saturate.
Yep.
Gets the team hinder onto Verno and then misses his dash as well. Usually you're not going to see Aspas miss those mechanical inputs. Small slip up from the GOAT, but don't worry. He's still up there with 7 kills. And now he's got his ult to, well, he's had his ult to work with for a couple of rounds now, actually. NRG, the whole reason they played aggro like that was to stop MIBR setting up for this massive ult round.
Well, they're going to note early where Mada is, but I guess vision on both sides.
Aspas anticipating that somebody would be playing A-Link to try to punish him, dashes into this corner instead to take his attack op into position.
Oh, Brock, this is a lot to handle. That is the perfect time to be sat there with an Odin. Can't ask for much more. Som does try and keep him safe, but Brock looks dead. He absolutely is. Cortesia the one to catch. Wasn't much saving, but a 2-man walk down middle might be the death of them. Ethan fast to this. We're not predicting this pressure. And Aspas, how much can he do to try and dissuade this approach from behind? They're popping everything. NRG do not want to lose this round.
He just dies to a snake bite in a corner.
It's a rare mistake, seeing a couple of fumbles here. Maybe just all of that going on at the same time.
Yeah, MIBR's brains ran out of bandwidth, just got twisted into a pretzel. They weren't ready for that push coming behind them at all. The ult comes out from Mada, slowing down the attack as an A-pinch. And MIBR thought that they could punish that and push in afterwards with Aspas's ult. Couple of rounds in a row now where MIBR, their game plan getting thrown off by NRG aggression, by confident pushes out on defense. Never saw that really on Haven. I guess we didn't actually see too much of the defense half, but I'm just thinking about the aggression, the confidence to go and take those attacking lurks. It's very similar. The confidence you need to be able to push out and rotate vertically, as Minnie likes to call it, on your defense sides. Here, NRG are doing a great job, though. They have completely disrupted now 2 rounds in a row, MIBR from snowballing with their ults. This is exactly how Bonkar will want them to be playing.
And again, for Ethan, that's got to feel good as well. Nice little call from him. Getting the confidence back up with the boys here. A lot of pressure put towards some of these individuals. Nice shot from Ethan, too.
It is.
And
you saw Aspas just get caught in the middle. I mean, obviously the death of Snakebite's a bit embarrassing, but like he's just stuck between a rock and a hard place. The team didn't anticipate the pinch from behind. And it's MIBR's coaching staff now that are calling a timeout.
Yeah, probably the right time maybe just to call the Jets as well a little bit, right? Check in, have a chat. Obviously an opportunity for both sides to have a conversation during the timeout. But again, for MIBR, it does feel like they just need to kind of calm themselves a little bit here. Somewhat getting punished. But again, it took a lot for NRG to be able to deal with this. It's not been easy.
No, I mean, early on, MIBR's pace is fast at the beginning, slow things down, and then make NRG sweat on their defense and hit them when they're least expecting it. Now the adjustment has come through from NRG that we're actually going to fight you early, and we're going to be pushing out as you slow the game down, and we're going to keep the pace high. And I think that this means it's a nice time to call attack timeout and have Frod try to adjust the pace and the tempo again. Feels a bit more like the thinking game that we saw on Abyss, rather than the
shocker.
Yeah, the knockout thunderous punch that Aspas gave NRG on Haven.
Still to see Ethan and Brock both finding their footing here. And got to say as well, to me, in my eye, I've always thought that Ethan has always kept his composure in big games. It was one of his biggest credits to my mind, even in previous rosters. One of my favorites to watch, especially on the KO, always looked comfortable. But for MIBR, still a threat to be had. Still a bit of a shaky buy.
It's a half buy.
Serviceable.
But yeah, exactly. You've got a Vandal in Aspas's hand, a Vandal in Cortesia's hand. So don't count them out.
Yeah, risky there. You saw the consideration from NRG to try and be on that slightly further line, but already respecting this enough. The plays in Marder. Nice on that for him. Does take a lot of damage, but drop the body of Verno. Aspas trying to take on the site.
Forced to refract in that situation. But still space taken. Paranoia's great to put the pressure back on MIBR. Malo, what a play!
Hey, we wanted more from him. He is starting to heat up here, but Brock gonna just dive in on the side as well. It's a shutdown, NRG. Composed under pressure. Haven't seen that look from them, and haven't seen Marder look that confident in a minute.
Yeah, a really nice adjustment. And I think you're right when we talk about the confidence here. He goes for the repeat into Aspas. Doesn't know that he has a Vandal. But then also posts on a line where he's expecting Aspas to path. They know on the B site where Aspas is going. He's always going into that hut. So I think if we see MIBR go towards B again, he's got to change that up. He's got to start going more towards the B link perhaps instead.
Certainly capable of that level of adaptation. You don't get to be one of the best in the game without it. But straight up middle this time instead. And my God, that is unconfirmed, but it's huge damage on Ethan.
Yeah, that's a lot. Marder getting on an incredibly deep position as well over towards A main, but they've given the attackers mid control.
Aspas is going looking up mid too.
Hello, Drone. You've seen Ethan, Som behind the box.
But do they expect this mid walk? Look at Aspas here. He's going on this one. Brock, what are you meant to do about it? Gap closed by Aspas. Brilliant play from him. Individual almost. And this could be a cancel on what they were doing. Maybe eyes now look towards that B-side crunch. Oh, Ethan screwed. He was so dead at the start of the round. And Scuba blinded. Nearsighted to the corner. Do they still check diligently? No, they don't. And there's a chance of a punish. Scuba tries to turn around and get some more done. But this force standing for MIBR. Lovely audible call potentially off of what Aspas felt he had room for.
Timing from Som inside the pit. This is it, unfortunately, and Artzine cleans up. Couple of moments there where NRG could have definitely put the pressure back on. Scuba's own wall kind of robbed him, actually, in that play over towards B main. But MIBR making good use of mid. I really like, I was talking about Aspas's pathing with the waylay on B and the fact that NRG are really aware of it. He normally paths through mid towards that A-link. He'll do the double dash off the back of a knife and a paranoia. Now, he knows that if he does that, he's going to land inside the 0 point. So you see him actually in this game mostly pathing towards that cubby on the left side from his perspective. And that's allowing him to dodge the suppression, and they put a lot of spam down onto Ethan. Micro adjustments on the back of how each team's trying to punish the other.
That's a horrible thing to see in your Aldrone, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
You know you're kind of dead at that point, but also nice calling out from MIBR to go and fight towards that B main space together, make sure they don't allow that to spiral away too far if Scuba maybe got given a bit more space on it.
I would have liked to see Ethan actually go with him instead of trying to contest the B players. But this time, looking to heavily fight towards mid.
Yeah, maybe wanted to try and manhandle Aspas, but that's a big name to try and put behind. Smoke in early, TP, spotted.
Toxins going up.
Quite a lot of A pressure early on here. And Aspas has managed to save all of that waylay util.
Oh, Cortesia's gotten deep as well. I don't know how much they're aware of this space potentially gathered by him. None the wiser. Marta drifting out, maybe hoping they hadn't scaled up that early, but the vision was removed and that chance was taken. MIBR punishing NRG for any small gaps left open here as Som's position is very red. He's not going to get out of that corner alive.
Refract comes through as well, and Brock is cleaned up. The adjustment coming out of the tag timeout, again from MIBR, is immaculate. Just like on Abyss, the coach tag timeouts are adjusting so well to what the opponents are doing. The fights that NRG were trying to take early on, the way that they got up to 4, now MIBR are contacting much earlier at the start of these rounds and getting people so deep. You called it out, Lauren, the push from Cortesia tucking himself behind that box, and Aspas not going for the early dash in this round. It's really messing with expectations of how NRG are thinking this map is going to start.
Yeah, hard for NRG then to kind of string this into comfortable rounds. MIBR showing versatility here. Those small adjustments paying off so well.
Yeah.
And I guess now the pressure falls on NRG to be able to answer back in some way.
Yeah, it really does.
And the scoreline can be taken away from them pretty swiftly. Yes, 4 rounds is not so bad, but you want a little bit more backing to you there.
And I think it probably should still be a defense-sided map with these compositions.
Sure.
You can do a lot on the attack side with this comp, but when you see these two teams play, usually Brock is shredding people on defense with the Odin. Marazop is powerful. Aspas is going to be a demon on defense side as well.
Brock was dead there, man. There was... It just feels so tailor-made poison. They're so aware.
I mean, that is the embodiment of stress read all over the caller's face for NRG, having to adapt constantly to what MIBR are doing.
Does have his work cut out today.
And this is NRG's comp. MIBR have stolen it and are playing it better.
Marta waiting for anyone to appear just on the side of that smoke. A very different tempo again. Hard to feel a kind of rhythm to this game.
Yeah, and I think in this situation it's because MIBR can't really contact up against the pit. They know that the defenders are going to be stacking towards mid and A. Actually, Som is tucked really close to that smoke, hoping to get a punish on people that might be walking through it. But already MIBR are changing stuff up, not going for that contactee space early on.
Scary. Waiting for this though, looks like it's happening. Som, feast or famine on this one. It feels like they're all coming towards you. The Aldrone gonna make it through, and he backs, falls away, and Aspas flies on in, and now you're gonna have Hunter's Fury. Artisan takes away Som. It is picture perfect from MIBR. Every T is crossed, every I is dotted. You can't hold sights.
No, that's amazing. Using Aspas as the drone to set up Verno's ultimate as well.
Unreal.
They've just got every facet of this wrapped up. If you need Aspas to dominate, the initiators are there to try to set him up. If he walks around the map for a while with his operator and he doesn't get value out of it, then they've got a backup plan to use him as that info, almost like an initiator kind of role. And then he can always refract and play for the late round. There are so many layers to what MIBR are doing, and I love the way that they've interpreted it. Their game plan across Haven and Corrode.
Absolutely incredible elevation from this team.
Yeah, and you know what's amazing about it? People in the press conference trying to give a lot of credit to Fraud, and you know, these tag timeouts have been great, and I'm happy to give a lot of credit to Fraud. Fraud himself, though, deflecting and saying, people should be talking about Verno more. He's giving so many ideas, he's controlling the game so much. Inside the comms, microing people too. Not just being a big picture IGL, but getting involved with every detail of what's going on. And this is a treacherous backstab. He used to play for NRG.
It's actually wildly impressive because it does feel like IGL's you kind of have it or you don't as well with a lot of players. And if Verno's now going to put himself up there, potentially one of the greats, if they do continue on this level of run, you got to respect it.
It'd be incredible for a rookie player to come in an RGL to this level of success. This time, Aspas forced to refract because he was going to go into that 0 point. Ethan adjusting his positioning on it.
Feel out of control of the game until then. A more expected approach, potentially. Something NRG were prepared for, traditional.
Yeah, Aspas burning that utility early on. He'd been doing such a good job of saving it. And just trying to mix things up. But MIBR getting a deep walk down towards B again.
Spot there.
Raw
a bit of spam.
comes in to try to drone. Nobody looking to push it. This, you know, he doesn't have Aspas in his face this time.
Nope. A little bit more freedom. On the knives. Still really wanting to head towards his B site.
Look at how much space they've taken.
Look at Cortesia again though on A. This scares the life out of me. He's gone this deep and he's looking for Marder, who is paying attention to say the least. And now they look cornered. Now they're not getting the same success on the extremities. Now they're being herded towards B.
30 seconds left.
They want this one dead and buried. Marder put him through their paces as Verno trying to take a couple of steps towards the site. It is a 2v5 as Verno is called out by Ethan, leaving just one to be claimed. NRG getting a little bit of comfort at the end of this first half.
Definitely that final round making the scoreline look a lot more respectable. But MIBR from the pistol in control.
They're playing it well, can't lie. Straight up.
I think we were just talking about it then, but the pistol round win feels so important for both sides here. For MIBR, within touching distance, if they get that under the belt. For NRG, a rather necessary lifeline, potentially.
Yeah, I think for NRG, especially on the attack side, probably less favored here on Corrode. They need a pistol round win. And you're looking towards some of their big players. MIBR in the drive-in seat right now, and they've been winning 4 out of 5 of the pistol rounds, MIBR, so far. Here's the Coinbase Econ report on Verno, who is the team leader, the IGL, former NRG player, looking to try to call a team in his rookie year to a guaranteed minimum top 3 at Champs.
And just to put some context, there's a lot of conversations about trying to IGL players who are GOAT status, right? There's a lot of ego to it, and rightly so. They want to play their own way. If you're to keep him in the right lane, to keep Aspas playing to the degree you want to elevate others as well. These micro adjustments against some of the more veteran players up against them who've been on big stages. This is truly a magnificent display by Verno. Not numerically, not necessarily to the eye test if you're just watching the rounds play out, but honestly, you got to give it to him here. If they get across this line, unbelievable degree of calling from him. He should be exceptionally proud of.
All of the calling, all of the game plans working with Aspas' strengths, not against them. And I think that was maybe an issue last year, actually, when you were watching Aspas in a similar position, making top 3 at Champs. 3 Sheriffs on board for NRG in an utterly critical pistol round. They've only won 1 so far in this match, and you can see 31.6% win rate overall.
See it. 3-2 split to begin with. Nothing too crazy. Marder looking for an opportunity, one with that Sheriff. No one giving him quarter this time, though.
No. Shenum looking to try to collect the kill onto Marder if he did go for that dash. He's not gone for it, obviously. He's got Sheriff in hand. Very slow, very contacty for NRG, looking to try to take the fights and overwhelm with better pistols.
You can feel the weight of the round. You can feel the tension now. Arvisin Cortesia. Oh! Back to back! Taking away NRG. Ethan trying to grip onto anything he could. Jinon does get away with his life. Backpedal here safely. Is NRG just desperate for a plant at this point?
Someone's got to try to hunt down that kill. But Shenum tucked himself in the corner and might play Cortesia in.
Ooh, bro, big shot though. Cortesia down and a very well-placed paranoia, but the answer's there. Brock, it's heroics. And he's not going to have them. Aspas closing it down, and MIBR taking a huge step here.
Winning 5 out of 6 pistols in the series. On Haven, I don't think it would have made too much of a difference. Here on Corrode, it makes an enormous difference to NRG's chances. It kind of puts them in the bin. MIBR in the driving seat, completely in control here. And you can see it in Cortesia's energy.
Know it.
They know it for sure. And Ethan at the half was even giving MIBR props. Like,
yeah.
It was like, okay, well, they are actually playing the map really, really well. What can you do in these spots?
That's a lot of credit being put their way. And rightly so. You feel like you're staring down 9. Unless NRG have something up their sleeve. What a tough position to be in. Actually, time to consider how to approach those next couple of rounds as well.
On the pistol, too. Going for a contact play against Brazilian aimers who are absolutely on fire. Yeah, good luck with that one.
That sentence alone feels cursed.
Aspas holding contact with a Guardian. And then Shannon with a Paranoia. Popping the Refract, looking to try to get a little bit more information over here. Aspas now, though, without that get-out-of-jail-free card.
He's willing to stand on this on his own 2 feet. A risky approach. But when you're this good, you can kind of see why. Fine on the fallback of the first. Now, Shannon, that's very risky, but very well done as well. MIBR putting them through pain here. A couple of opportunities made. Can they do any more?
There'll be a spot for a plant, but they haven't really managed to upgrade the weaponry at all, have they?
No.
Classic, a stinger. Brawl could have to pull out some true America's nonsense.
Still a Paranoia, 2 shock darts if they get a chance to use it. Aldrone on CT is not going to get them what they want. It's all through that connector side. Arda's in there. Som, where's that just come from? Finds that weapon that was dropped earlier. Maybe a chance here. There's that prize. Paranoia. Shock dart in. Still has the dart as well with
One
Brock.
enemy remains.
Oh! You needed someone to take a stand, and Som is Verno. The leader of MIBR might just be reminded who he's facing here. A little bit of a chance given. But they know he's off that defuse now. Another tap on.
One enemy
A
remains.
great shot towards Som. It ain't over yet. Brock, he gets there in time. NRG, against all odds, pulling off the MasterCard Thrifty when they needed it most.
That was desperation territory for NRG. What a round to come up clutch like that.
Som.
Look at the way in which he got the kill onto Aspas, spamming a right click through a smoke. Picks up the Guardian afterwards from the GOAT. And I guess it's blessed because it worked great in Som's hands too.
They needed a bit of that though, get the energy back on the side, make it feel possible.
Yeah, it's so critical because now they've dropped MIBR down onto an eco. NRG, in theory, should be able to get another round on the board, drag things closer, and then we'll start to build up towards ults. In some circumstances, it can be better to win that Thrifty than to win the pistol in the first place, and I think this is one of them. Oh, we got ourselves a...
Welcome to
a
casting with me.
Yeah, a little pansy tech pause. Love that, love that. But it
should be back in fine.
yeah, it should be fairly simple, and it looks like Verno was the one having a little bit of a problem there. His game crashed, but of course we just watched him play out that clutch, so it doesn't look like it affected the prior round.
Should be all right.
It's a moment for MIBR to sweat a little here, though, isn't it? Because after the elation of winning the pistol, you're thinking, oh, we're on firm footing.
Yep, you're eyeing it up, right? You're like, oof.
Yeah. And now, suddenly, the tide's starting to come in and cut you off a little here on Corrode.
Yeah, but again, for NRG, that's not going to feel like it was... I mean, you're obviously on the high of having, Som's just had a sick round. That's going to feel great. Everything worked out there. But we had to fight like dogs for that one. You know what I mean? Like, you had to dig deep on that. It's going to be a hard game for both sides, and I think the more you sit in this scenario, both sides are probably sweating a little bit.
Absolutely.
You've still got NRG with an option now to potentially get to 7 to 8 if all goes right, if we don't see an answer back from MIBR somehow in the same kind.
Yeah, for sure. Both of these squads, we were talking about it earlier on, how the expectations have been flipped in Americas.
Yeah.
You don't expect to see NRG, MIBR here at this point in the champs bracket. All year it's been G2 and Sentinels. They're gone home. Yep. These two teams, though, have 3 rookies each.
Ridiculous.
In moments like this, more so in the lower bracket for whoever loses, but especially in these big map 3 moments where the tension builds, the pressure starts to go up and up for the players that haven't experienced this kind of stuff before. You're looking at Genum, Cortesia, Verno out there, especially with Verno's calling. It's maintained a great level despite the pressure.
Absolutely.
On the other side, Scuba, Brock, and Mada. I think Brock and Mada, especially on this map, where you're looking at the Opping, you're looking at the Entry, you're looking at the Odin. Those might be the players who will turn to diamonds or crumble under the weight of the moment.
No, absolutely. And that's when you look towards your experienced players to help them find that balance between, right? You need your Ethans to come in and have those keywords, have Som there to try and fill that void of expectation. I mean, Som's just done it for me in my eyes, right? That second round there is exactly what you need from someone who's a bit more experienced to this extent. To keep doing it, easier said than done. We're back underway here. Thank you for your patience. 6 to 8. That turn in the second opens up a chance for NRG to potentially close the gap on the scoreline. MIBR will always be a threat, no matter the buy.
Drone and a knife to trying to push back any defenders that might be fighting in these tight corners. Always a chance that somebody could be hiding away, looking to get a kill with a shorty or a classic. It is Aspas actually with a shorty over towards this lurk smoke.
Yeah.
Hoping that Scuba would just wander in.
Oh, Mada might. Look, we wanted someone to step up for them, and it looks like Som's willing to take on that moniker, right, of being that vintage player and just spam the box.
Yeah, I mean, that's the decay damage as well. Aspas is just sat inside there hoping for an easy one. But fair enough, NRG. Now it's more about optimizing for those ultimates, and Ethan's the closest to it. So I'd like to see him look to try to take contact. You can see him on the most aggressive angle here. You don't want to give away a weapon, obviously, and have this round go backwards, but MIBR, it's all about just dying to spike.
Yep.
You do not want Ethan, frankly, or anybody else, to start an ult snowball against you, and those are worse after you lose the Thrifty in round 14.
Yeah, very true. Brock's not a million miles away either.
Yeah.
Now, I think both will just take a step away from this. So not going to have the same massive progress, but again, for Ethan, it is within touching distance now. For MIBR, understanding the expectation, give it up to the spike, but now within touching distance. 7 to 8, a very close affair, and a pivotal round mentally here coming in.
Mada keeps the outlaw.
How many light shields?
Yeah, 2 at the moment because Aspas is looking to invest into an operator, so he has regen. Everyone really was light buying in the previous.
Has he changed up?
Yeah,
I think he has, yeah.
Mada's upgraded, actually, expecting the full armor buys to be coming through. So looks like here, Aspas and Verno will get away with a slightly more frugal purchase.
Casey, NRG. Want to set a tempo, set a tone, and Mada. Oh my God, what is that? Verno on the fadeaway. Beheads Mada, backs off, gets him a man advantage.
I'm surprised that Mada didn't activate his refract in that situation. He wanted to go for the kill. He was feeling himself. Gets punished. But at least NRG with a very solid plant, good post-plant positions as well. No flank really threatened just yet.
Just yet. So instead you are seeing that gap close from Cortesia, but still pressure on the side starts to mount. So I'm going to be cut off from the rest of the smoke in play. Spam comes in. NRG holding the line. Genum the one to try and break back through. But it's Scuba on the side still. Got to be careful of Cortesia. But Scuba's on the money as Aspas falls. We're tied all even. 8 apiece. NRG keeping 3 standing.
Even though MIBR are in a 5v4, they just react way too slowly. It's only Cortesia going inching through mid. No fast flank, no fast retake through mid. And Scuba's still got that orb to be able to put down in the post plant. I also don't really like that Aspas was second or third in there on the dash. I think the other players in MIBR need to wait for him to pull all of that attention. That's a huge one for NRG.
That's confidence. That gets them feeling like they are very much at the helm of the tempo now. Breaking the buy of MIBR. Getting one step closer to taking back a lead. I feel they've been trailing for most of this game.
4 sheriffs available for the Brazilian squad, who have had mechanically some incredible games here at Champs.
I'm so scared of just Artisan's position. It just gets played in.
Danger though. When you see somebody jump spotting like that, it can just be for information, but also maybe
Doesn't
looking.
feel right.
Yeah, on an eco as well, you just tend to play these situations a little more cautiously. Som waiting for a push. Shadows. But now really, it's Shenom who becomes the danger player if they go towards mid.
Does have a stinger and light shield, so it's not without a little bit of danger.
Yeah, well, actually, they're going back over here towards Artsine again.
On the timing.
Just as he gives it up.
That was kind of his one big chance to get a freebie. And the pop of the ult, they're taking really no prisoners here. And first we go, Cortesia falls. It's Artsin to claim one, but by now it's looking like NRG. Once again waving the banner on the site. Blant now in. Spoke about those ults as well, cycling well. You're seeing an early investment from Ethan, but I don't even blame him on rounds like these. You want them in the bag.
Yeah, I think it's just the pressure of the moment making Ethan invest in a spot like that.
Yeah.
Maybe if this was a regular group stage game, he'd try to stretch it out just a little more and try to optimize, but these are the kind of spots where you do not want a Thrifty to fall through the cracks.
No one is this close. Not at 8-8. Gentleman, Aspas getting close though, and it's so red. Brock puts just the bullets down to this NRG. Strong together now. 4 still standing and taking that lead at 9-8.
What a resurgence here for NRG. This is how they've made the comebacks happen across so many of their games in the group stage. In playoffs, they flattened Giants. It wasn't the same talking point at all. But throughout groups, every map that they won was a comeback. This could be another. They've taken the lead. Can they hold it? Oh, Aspas going for the play again. Saturate up over the top. Paranoia to push them back. It's all in.
We've seen this before. The outcome may just be the same. Warded away this time, not the same level of success. And NRG wants to punish that audacity, and they do. Aspas is down.
What a great piece of prep, but are they aware of the mid push? Way faster this time from MIBR.
But I like the scaling up from NRG, taking the side. They're not going to be slowing down. Xenon is on the chopping block.
He's got his knife out.
What's he doing? As NRG looking strong together.
Spike planted.
Artisan, Verno now giving away a bit of this flank, but they do drop a body. Som's gone down. But Ethan, in the meantime, isolating one on towards CT. Broad, deeper angle, rewarded. MIBR looking like they might be falling to pieces. NRG, double digits now, and they look better than ever.
It's so tough to watch MIBR crumble in spots like that. The prep is immaculate from NRG, but you see it there in the reaction. That was a horribly played round. They go for the set play. NRG have already got a protocol to avoid it. They know what's happening as soon as the paranoia comes through. Big punish onto Aspas there. These players on site, though, have no idea what they're up to. Cortesia and Shenom, 2 rookies, crumbling, swapping guns around.
Come on, boys!
Getting lost in the source.
Come on!
The faster the NRG play, the more pressure they're applying, and even that push down mid, I like that. I was calling for it in a previous round. But they just didn't find the value, and they needed the players on site to live a moment longer.
But we've been complimenting these timeouts. We've been saying how good they've been at kind of getting MIBR back on the right page.
But importantly, the timeouts have been to adjust tactically. The mental has never been a problem. MIBR, even when the pressure was on their map pick, they were still toe-to-toe, giving it everything on Abyss. They crushed on Haven. This is the first time where you're seeing the mental game be an issue. And I'm looking at the body language, and it doesn't look great out there. No. This is a timeout where Fraud doesn't really need to change the strat. He needs to pick the spirits up.
Yes, absolutely. And how do you do it now? Because for NRG, they've got to start feeling untouchable, right? Look at those rounds back to back and how they've been doing it. It's a rarity to see anyone handle Aspas, to make him look average at best. There's still a chance here for him to show us what he can do. An investment around this weapon, a lot on his shoulders, and NRG back to the same sort of tempo.
Yeah, really fast. Trying to apply the pressure, keep the gas on. Aspas with a chance to make a play here from A-Link as Ethan goes Som goes walkabouts into spawn. Aspas decides this isn't the right timing, but what a timing Som has found.
The exceptional Marder dropping the first. NRG though could be in danger here. Aspas, where are you? It's Cortesia, but it's NRG lighting up the feed, leaving just Aspas alive. A 1v3 needed. Anyone else, I'd say it's impossible. This man make miracles happen, but with 51 HP. No shield, no anything. And look at the positioning from Scuba.
Yeah.
That could just be the checkmate on this. Diligent and unchecked on. You don't get to make mistakes against him though.
Oh,
and now he speeds up.
That's a big problem. Scuba's got to be worried that he himself is being pushed, and now he's miles away.
So it's down on the other two, Ethan and Som. The experienced duo here really should understand how to play this to make it hard work for Aspas. Great paranoia. And time should be right. It is NRG again! Unrelenting on their march towards that 12th round. Only one off from it now.
MIBR was so in control of this game. I can't believe the spot that we're in currently. But NRG on the attack side have found something that really works, haven't they? And they're just hammering it over and over again. I think Aspas needs to be the player to make the difference, and it's unfortunate to put that on him.
Life, my mouse is broken. Y'all cannot laugh at that. I swear my mouse is broken, bro.
I don't believe him. I don't believe
it for a second.
But that shows you the levity on the NRG side versus the tension on MIBR's.
Oh, it's night and day, isn't it, between the two? Totally different atmosphere. There was a time for this man to shine. It will be in these next couple of rounds.
Yeah.
Because MIBR need him now.
Yes, he has to lead by example. He has to show the rest of the players on his team who are more inexperienced, 3 of them rookies, that these rounds are winnable. That despite the read that NRG have, you can skill it out, find the gap, create an opening. Unfortunately, the game is going away from him. Literally headed in the wrong direction.
But Cortesia's had so many moments. He's also been such a persistent threat. Exceptional at his craft. But this is a lot of players. How long does he want to stay on this?
Slower approach to open for NRG, but I think they'll up the pace massively with Marder's ult here into elbow.
See. Tension mounting between the two. Cortesia is going to now try and set this up, though. Can he stay alive is the bigger question. How far must he fall? He's already the ult getting ready for this. And there isn't many places to stand here, but it could be a bloodbath from afar. Still seeing a good stall coming through, but it's Verno to find Scuba. First time it looks like he's got a man advantage. Cortesia holding on for 2. Massive damage from him. Shenam as well. MIBR pulling it together just as they needed it.
And it's the rookies who step up for MIBR. At long range, Verno creating that pressure to allow Cortesia and Shenam to hold on. I thought Cortesia was going to get 3 in this spot, but he saved a couple for Shenam at the end. That is going to pick the spirits up. But I think NRG also need to go back to these faster openings at the start. That was a round where they slowed things down and allowed MIBR to concoct a game plan. They need to keep the pressure on, foot on the gas, and send it towards B. They might even have to contest this pit, though, if they want to play at that kind of tempo.
God, do they dare? I feel like you cancel on that, right?
Yeah, they have. And MIBR have slowed the pace down just as NRG wanted to increase it. Does Aspas take the risk?
This is when those risks can be rewarded, but right now he's been noted. Has to escape from the danger, but Marder hot on his heels. Dealt with by Verno, who fills the void between. NRG not getting those same entries and openings for free anymore.
Great coverage. Incredible work there from Verno, keeping Aspas alive, and he's Managed to create that 5v4 situation for the team. Great spot for MIBR. Controller B main and A main.
He's coming back around as well. And again, another opportunity missed there. A rare chance to see him actually fall away from this. NRG almost willing someone to take a challenge, but no one now willing to do so. Feeling like the calm before the storm as NRG gap closed towards B. There's that burst. Cortezia trying to play a little ahead. He did well before, as did. And beside him, Genom on the way over. Long run to go for, though.
They're looking to try to dominate the pit, thinking that there might be a player coming through B main.
Time?
There's no one there. 25 seconds, you can get the plant down in some of these spots, but you'll just have no space in the post plant.
God, this is so risky. At these points, I guess you have to take these sort of out there calls, and I said the calm before the storm. I think the storm's here. This feels wild. Where are they now? 5v4.
Cover going up.
Peculiar post plant, but it might work well. Actually keeping 3 of these players locked out now. The paranoia not going to be really rewarded. A Song standing guard denies Verno the scale. Scuba watching the push-up as well. Synergy unmatched so far as Aspas and Genom have to go 2v2 here. Ethan standing tall on the side, gets dealt with. It's on Scuba, it's on Genom, and Scuba good for 3 in the end. NRG making it to 12.
When Ethan whiffed that kill on Aspas up towards the top, the two Champs Trophy lifters going head-to-head, I was very worried for NRG, but Scuba, I guess he got his mouse working in the end.
All working fine now, it looks like.
Look at that shot. Cancels his movement, and Genom strafes into it. The rest of the NRG pack gassing him up. 3 chances to win this match and take themselves to a guaranteed top 3, and forcing Aspas to try to do the same through the lowers. They're not even ready to start this round particularly.
They're out of their chairs. Still one more round for them here. Couple more chances for MIBR to hold on, playing much deeper this time as well.
You have to stop Scuba from getting to the site. If he gets that post-plant pit down, it's a nightmare.
Ooh, great shot from Cortezia. How many times is the pressure on his shoulders and he stands tall?
One suppressed.
Now caught in between a rock and a hard place. They somewhat pause here.
Braun applying a little bit of pressure. They had to hide from the recon dart earlier on. Verno's trying to get a slowdown, trying to just disrupt and allow Cortezia a bit of space on site.
They've actually backed away with the spike slightly, right? Ethan's kind of fallen back towards main.
But Aspas has the whole of B main cleared out, so they know this is going to finish A. It has to.
Right? There's the pop of the ult, just adding insult to injury. You're not across the line yet, but Brock's certainly doing something to make you believe maybe they are that close. 30 seconds now. I'm starting to run low.
30
What do you
seconds
do?
left.
NRG looking like they're stalling out on this, and MIBR having to keep their nerve in a round like this.
Still have recon.
Standing ahead.
Oh my god, that's staggering damage from Phil. 10 seconds now. Storm finds Genom. We're down to Aspas and Verno, the 2 highlights, the 2 storylines. And Verno, that's the spike. Can he deny it again? Ah! It's poetry in motion from Verno, saving MIBR. I thought they were done for.
They should have been. NRG getting the openers from Brock Odin. A pit down. And I'm sure there was a spot there where they should have been able to stick that spike without getting punished by the spam. The shock dart, sure, because it's around the corner. But this angle, he's just not tucked close enough. Crazy moments. Unbelievable clutch. And MIBR stays alive.
Let's go!
It's not over, but they need 2 more exactly the same. And that level of tension will kill you if you have rounds like that.
The buy's still not good for MIBR, even in the round wins. Look at the state. We still got 2 stingers coming out.
Aspas forgoing armor. Genom, maybe with a fight to happen over towards top mid. That's a fake of a TP from Som, but Genom knows it's not true.
NRG on the verge here, trying to punish from this connector approach. Can they hold in this scenario? The fall back as well, trying to be a bit slippery.
They find out where the operator is.
The savior of last round. Oh, he still wants to keep going. Brilliant. A fight again, Verno. Monstrous impact in these last couple of rounds. A 4v3. It's not over yet. An Artisan cool under lights like this, in pressure like this. It's outstanding from MIBR.
B.
Something to be proud of in these last couple of rounds, as Scuba's chances become near on null. What are you meant to do against 4? You start to believe it's a dangerous thing, 1 away from OT.
3 chances, down to 1. MIBR on the cusp of pushing us to overtime, just like Abyss. It's the rookie players again, Pansy, who are just pulling out the plays when it matters. Verno's been remarkable in the last 2.
Yes.
And Artazine there, I think almost anybody under this level of pressure is just taking the first kill that comes their way, but Artazine holds for 2.
Verno's top of the board for MIBR.
Yeah.
Like that's...
So when these 2 teams played in groups in Americas, Verno went -20. And that was when he was still trying to get his feet under him, picking up the reins as IGL.
Yep.
He hadn't quite got everyone on the same page. They didn't have that identity. Now that everyone's feeling like they're aligned, everything pulling in the same direction, you get bigger value out of Artazine. You get bigger value out of Verno too. His form towards the end of stage 2 was the worst individually that it had ever been.
Yep.
And now he's back to playing as you would expect him, as an incredible talent to come out of Tier 2, with the addition of him calling. But it's not done yet.
Oh, it's not done yet at all. Is it OT or is it done here? MIBR doing exactly what they needed to get to this point. 1 final timeout before they have to put it all on the line now. How much is left? MIBR, NRG held on 12 to go back in here.
A mirror image, both of these teams, the same compositions. Sova's top fragging, both with the Odin, both with the ultimates. Brock and Verno, it could come down to the value they get.
Early start, early pressure, fast pace. NRG this time look like they want to do the damage, but Verno again, his name is carved up in lights. You can't take it away from him. As Scuba and Ethan left in the undesirable scenario of a 2v4. And this is looking like it's got OT written all over it.
Aspas comes back in to fill up the flank. Scuba and Ethan would have to go bonkers here to close things out on Corrode.
Now, do they expect it? Do they consider it? Left with only a fraction to play with, no space, no comfort, and a double swing not good enough. It's Scuba in a 1v4, ulted, hindered, nothing to do but die, as Verno should be feeling sky high about his performance.
That is a sick recovery, incredible grit. And now MIBR, they believe they can win. 3 rounds in a row, in some of the most unlikely circumstances.
Look
And
at
I
this.
said it was going to come down to the Sovas. What a read. Verno going for the counter roll, catches Brock, also gets a tag on Som in the midst of it too. He's ahead in terms of his read on the game, and he punishes NRG for going for the obvious. But we're into overtime, and NRG found the advantages on Abyss. MIBR have got us to this point.
It's not over.
That doesn't mean they're through.
This is turning into a legendary affair between these two. Both elevating round after round, never being over. But for now, we go back to MIBR on the attack. NRG on the defense, and Mana instantly puts Aspas into the grave. And the spray from Brock,
Cannot use that.
leaving them chipped up here. Verno down on 21 with the decay. Get himself up to about 60 on the exit.
MIBR were taking yard control very easily during regulation. Verno has spike. Ethan spots just a glimpse there and gives away the fact that NRG have picked up all of that mid control. They're playing the defensive side very nicely.
Feels quite similar almost. MIBR left in this kind of space between. Som in a lovely position though. He's been good in these sort of spots.
And Mudder would be able to bait for him as well.
Would be
Play
nice
him in.
here.
Verno still with drone and recon to play around though.
Oh, I think that's Som spotted, yeah. Lucky to be alive and forced away. Good clear from MIBR, but they got to hit this site sooner rather than later. 40 seconds, it's go time. Artisan going to send in all that util, and the evacuation plan from MIBR pedaled back and stay in safety.
NRG going to allow them to get the plan, and it's these two players coming from A-Link who could be the difference makers. Ethan, Scuba versus Artzine.
Oh, he's been sharp though. Laid in on the corner. Shenom going to be put to watching main, just a touch. Looking a little unsure in this post plant. Trying to split the remaining forces, but NRG need to get a move on here. Verno, very low. Scuba going to claim him first. That's fine. It's the follow-ups you got to look for. That's the double down from Som. Hold on. It's all going wrong. Shenom has to go nuclear here. He's got players left, right, and center. He tried his best. But NRG controlling the tempo on the retake.
They've got a great read on how they want to play these retake scenarios. They're much better, I think, even than MIBR are being able to take that mid control and threaten the retake from both sides. This time they don't get caught trying to hard anchor too much. They give up that space. Put the sweat back onto MIBR. Yes! Those players in the post line did not know where to look.
Nope.
Come on, man!
But NRG have already failed to capitalize on
Look
3 match points. Here's their 4th.
4th time's the charm. I don't know if that's a saying. It might be. Let's see. Right back into business. NRG on the attack. Have to make this count. MIBR look lethal given the smallest chances. He's right up the guts here.
MIBR controlling B main very aggressively, pushing Aspas on a deep line that he could try to escape from. NRG not going in that direction though. Focused on mid pressure, A pressure. And again, MIBR pushing this out. They're going to know that NRG are hard committed. So many of the rounds have gone the exact same way, with the attacking team just kind of trapped in yard.
Going to see it here now. Got to say, Cortesia has been great on these sort of angles too. Not alone either, Verno. So valuable. The timing on this. Cortesia trying to set himself up with the chances. 48 seconds. Not falling off completely from the angle, but now rescinding. The site hit starts to happen, starts to build, but that courtyard break-in is still a problem.
The flank is so quick.
Hold on, that pop flash, I thought they were in on this, but they're going to pause. Do they get the punish? 35 seconds. Artisan's here. He might be the one to save them. He's done serious damage. It's sought to quell the first threat. Do they expect the second? No! Aspas still there doing work. Som going to be smothered. MIBR not letting this go.
Both teams' defensive game plans are cooking right now. MIBR are focused on pushing out B main, whereas NRG are focused on clearing mid. But both are ending them in similar circumstances where the attacking team only has yard control. The big difference is NRG are playing for retake in those spots. MIBR are playing to anchor and crush you between hammer and anvil. Who gives first? Who decides to go mid or B first? There are other options.
Oh my god, we go again. Inseparable in approach, it feels like, between these two. MIBR back on the attack now, barely taking a breather. NRG back to business. Gonna get a little info here. Don't think they got the spot there through connector, but Ethan, a shot in the dark, found.
That's a big spam kill to find early on. Verno, 22 kills, cooking. But these B players are gonna still be under a lot of pressure. At the moment, they've got a high-low setup. Probably looking to play the retake again here. Find a pick and then fall off.
Just a little pixel shown. See that temptation, that one from Scuba to get invested, but gotta err on the side of caution, allow for those rotations to come in, and variety now in effect.
The rotates coming through. Spawn have got to be worried that there's some kind of deep mid-lurk happening. That's what's slowing down Mada currently.
Nice paranoia. Doesn't quite catch deep enough, though. As Aspas takes a glance, but he doesn't stick around on this.
Didn't like the look, did he?
The pressure's on NRG to get going. Aspas going to be probably seen tucking into that corner. Got to be cleared now. Aspas a threat through and through, but Ethan
Tom in the back.
Prepared. And Som, as you said, applying that pressure on the back line. Cortesia can't do anything but watch as NRG do it again.
The retakes look immaculate. The way that they apply pressure from multiple fronts is just superb.
How is this still going on, man?
Well, now the sides are going to swap, and MIBR's anchoring looks amazing too. So how do you find the difference between these two teams? For one of them, life is going to look rough in the lower bracket. They're going to be thinking about all of the rounds that could have been in a match like this.
It'll haunt you.
And yet, the team that wins, a dark horse that keeps galloping on.
Truly is between these two sides. Whichever one wins it. God, is it hard to call between them. But NRG back in that driving seat. 14 rounds to their name. One more. They're across that line, but MIBR resilience is key.
Well, here's an adjustment from NRG. They're looking to go and try and break that B main hold early. They know that the flank has been coming through from there. I thought they'd be leaving an A insert so they could go back to the other side of the map. Actually, it looks like NRG just want to change things up completely.
So all in, though.
Go for a B exec. MIBR can't get the read that it is all in just yet, though.
No, not yet. And that's the opener. A dream start to things.
And now, anticipating an over-rotate, perhaps? NRG don't actually explode off the back of that. They calm things down, slow things down, and maybe want to play harder to have this ult in a post. MIBR not over-rotating,
No.
relying on Aspas single-handedly to do enough damage holding B. And this is for the match.
He is a force of nature. And you can see why, but can he do more? How much can we ask of one man? He takes away the head of the snake, but still falls back. Does he go back in for seconds? Pinged out, though, he has to respect it to an extent. Deep flash, they want to go hunting. Oh,
What
it's
a read.
brilliant from Aspas. One of a kind to get them to and put them back at a player advantage. What now in? Rotations are on the way.
Brock, though, thinking about the flank. MIBR have been doing this every single time.
Oh, so what is the play up?
He doesn't know how many.
Aspas still very much alive and kicking. Let's have support as well now through CT.
Standing ahead.
As Verno starting to tighten this retake here. Broad back to the wall, getting revealed now. How long can he live? Trying to outstay his welcome. Sees another target. Scuba there takes away Verno. Paranoia in. How much is this going to come down to a 3v3? Aspas, he's on for 4. He aces to keep MIBR alive. There is no one like this man in the game.
That is an unbelievable ace from Aspas, alone on the B site. This guy is leading champs in ACS, KD, KDA, damage per round, kill per round, and he's just ace to keep his team here in the upper bracket. Bow to him, he's also broken the record for BO3s at a global event by acing. What on earth are we watching? History being made. A player who refuses to go down to the lowers and risk his legacy of making top 3 at every champs disappearing. Oh my God.
Breathe that one in. You don't see that every day. You may not see it again. It's very few. But we focus now. Tied up again.
They've been fending off match point after match point, but it's always been NRG who are the team a moment away.
That is a different atmosphere. Arts in this time to take down Ethan. Chance to open the floodgates. Sight looking like it's ready for the taking. Scuba forced off the deeper line. Caution being displayed with that paranoia, trailing him all the way to spawn.
A lot better post-plant control here for MIBR. This retake is going to be a lot more difficult for NRG. Could be MIBR going up to a match point.
That's fast. On the corner. Does get cleared. Scuba taking the first step towards back, getting on this side. Stunning! Follow-up as well. 3v3 now. Cortezia finds his own stealing of the nerves, leaving Scuba and Som! No way, Scuba! Som fighting his down with Basom. Som, they don't know. Or do they know now? They've got to check on this. They have to check on this. Oh my God! What are we witnessing? Back-to-back ridiculous rounds! I do not believe my eyes!
I thought that was going to be Scuba potentially on for an ace. His aim just looked so snappy, and yet leaves it to Som and somehow gets the lineup.
I don't understand anymore.
I've got to be honest with you. After the comeback we just saw from Fnatic, I thought there's no way this match is topping that.
I thought, well, easy day for us.
Yeah.
No sweat. Comfy.
Every game NRG has played has been an utter banger, except for their crush of giants in playoffs. Well, this one, no exception. MIBR were perfectly in position. 5v4, full elbow control, Cortezia with a double kill. As long as they deal with Scuba, they have wrapped that round up. And yet, once more, they are asked the world of. They must fend off another match point here on Corrode. Abyss went 16-14. MIBR will be begging and pleading that history doesn't repeat itself.
This is one to go down in the books. As you said, I thought the first game of the day would have been truly the headliner, but this is certainly teeing up for something magnificent.
How is this the first timeout that's being used by either coaching staff in OT?
We've all just become passengers in this.
It's crazy.
We're all just here for the ride now, apparently. For the first timeout hits. And it looks...
No operator.
No.
Odin's on both sides. And I'm just waiting for the next insane, unique
What now?
play.
What now? What now?
And who now? Who next?
Who's going to be jumping into that hot seat? 8 more seconds and we find out. NRG, opportunity to close this down now. MIBR, chance to stay alive. Early attempt towards middle. Careful, Burno. You can already see Som is slipping up deeper here.
NRG trying to make it look like they're doing that early A pressure. Hoping that MIBR overstack. Som works up mid, and I don't think got caught by that, but he's not going to try and slip into his smoke. Setting up for a B split. And I think MIBR have really misallocated resources here. 3 players ready to stop an A fake.
Oh, they're selling it nice. If they keep going like this, sold them absolutely hook, line, and sinker on it too. Don't blame them. Aspas' curiosity could be an interesting one though. Taking the space over towards A main does open up a little bit of question, then going, this doesn't seem right.
And he's feeding that information back to his team. Shenum starts to rotate. 3 players are going to be here, but Som already so damn deep. Bada with 2!
Where?
Out of nowhere in heaven!
No way is this how it closes down. Aspas, Cortesia, Shenum, they didn't expect this to be the scenario they're coming into. But Aspas on the flank, last time he got him an ace. We might need something similar now, but Marta is actually down very low here, but the plant is in for NRG.
He got his ultimate up. They gave him the plant.
Wait, Som has no idea. Or does he? He's playing this corner well. He's playing very heads up on this. This could be big from Som.
One by one.
Gonna come in, and he's... Oh, Som's done so well there. Cortesia, Shenum, the last 2 to stand. Feeling like maybe this is the pressure that finally breaks them. The time ticking so loudly now for MIBR as NRG, round by round, never down, never out. True underdogs pushing their way through to the arena now as Paris truly awaits.
It's another absolute classic being played by NRG, and I can't help but feel for MIBR. They had so many moments, incredible performances. Aspas breaking a PO3 kill record, and it wasn't enough. Mada with that 2K opens the door, and Bonkar with a great game plan too. The final score 2-1, but NRG had to sweat for it. 16-14 on both map 1 and 3 after getting trounced in map 2. The rounds in total much better for MIBR. I wouldn't be surprised if the kills total are ridiculously better for MIBR as well.
God,
And
what
yet,
a side, what a performance.
Yeah, NRG walk away with another one of those pieces of absolute cinema that they've been putting together here at Champs. What an underdog run, what a dark horse run. This team's fabulous to watch.